So love light is the foundation of everything that we know. Everything that we see literally is a manifestation of love light. So the fifth layer in the origin story of creation that I'm sharing with you today is form, or specificity, or patterns, or particular vibratory creations, or appearances, right? So we got the one. So there's 5 layers to this story. There's the absolute one. Then there is its free agent actionable principle, awareness. Then there is unconditional love as the potential field, the potential for everything that could ever potentially be created out of this field of unconditional love. Then there is light, which enables experience, which enables that potential field of unconditional love to be shaped in different forms. And therefore we arrive at the 5th state of creation, which is specificity, or form, or appearances. So awareness can use its intelligence to work, again, its magic, its intelligence onto this, to sort of rub itself off of, intelligently so, to generate patterns inside, or ripples inside of this infinite field or endless field of love light. And by generating these different ripples, these different patterns, it starts to learn about itself. It starts to learn how it can generate different types of experiences. And so out of that combination of the love light field, that is the foundation of creation, and the magic or the infinite intelligence that is awareness, acting on behalf of the infinite one, the combination of those, like rubbing 2 firestones together to create sparks, this intelligence working its magic on this field of infinite love light now generates patterns of vibration, patterns of love light that start to become more and more crystallized, more and more defined. These patterns start to repeat themselves, start to weave into each other. In a sense, they start to form a web, and different nodal points within that web, like a spider web, start to cross. It starts to cross its own path over and over and over again, so that on those nodal points of the infinite field of love light, using the infinite intelligence that awareness has at its disposal, it's now generating this web of energy, this web of love light. And so there's multiple points in this field where the patterns, where the waves of creation, where the vibrations of creation start to interact with each other, start to collapse onto itself, in a sense, start to weave over and over and over again on similar points. So this pattern, just like a spider web, creates nodal points or intersection points. Each of these intersection points becomes an experiential realm, becomes an experience that stands out, that is defined. So this is just one way of seeing it, and it's a bit of a rough way to see it. But there is no real good analogy for this creation process of how love light turns into everything we see. But the illusion, or the concept of the spider web, will do. So imagine that that spider generates the same pathways over and over and over again. At some point, those nodal points become so thick that they can start to appear physical. Even though in its original state, the spider web, in the analogy of love light energy, is actually non-physical. But as non-physical energy starts generating patterns and waves, and it starts crossing its own path over and over and over again, it builds up that density of energy until it starts to even appear physical. So that's how we got all the way down to our physical creation, our physical reality. It is love light crossing its own path in certain patterns, in certain vibratory ripples, in a sense, over and over and over again, until it seems to be a static, physical, linear reality. But in between the absolute state of love light, the unconditional field of love light, the present energy state of creation itself, and physical reality, there's many infinite, endless dimensions of different subtleties of this love light being utilized to generate experiences. One example of non-physical experience is in your dreams at night, or when you're thinking or imagining something. When you're imagining something, you're literally tuning in to different possibilities of this field of love light. And you're tuning into parts of the spider web, parts of the infinite field, part of the infinite web of love light energy that are not yet crossed, has not yet crossed its own path so many times that it has become as dense as physical reality. You're tuning into different types of subtleties of energy, subtleties of the state of the love light energy, that is. So This is the origin story of creation. First there is the one, then there is awareness or free agency, then or infinite intelligence. Then there is the unconditional potential, that is unconditional love, which is always present no matter what the creation creates, no matter what appears. Then out of that appeared light, was made light, so that experience could become visible, could become exact, could become precise, could become specific. And then indeed, it did become specific. It did start to take on form. So we get these 5 stages of creation in that sense. And you can tap into any one of these stages, and that's what the Academy, Trinfinity Academy is for, is to make you familiar, experiential with all of these layers, with all of these levels. If you want to, you can also just stick to this teaching, the empowerment teaching. But I also encourage you at some point to explore the enlightenment and the infinity teachings, if it resonates, just so that you have this full spectrum of experience, this full spectrum of free will, this full spectrum of remembrance, and the tools that you need to tap into any one of these levels and start to know yourself at all of these levels, ultimately, simultaneously, equally so. And so you can start to enjoy creation and remember what it's made out of and what it's made for. The very purpose of creation is to express infinity, and that's why you are here. You are in a sense, you are a nodal point of the infinite free awareness that is the free agent of existence. Your particular sense of I am is your individuation, your individuated free will aspect of the complete ultimate free agent that is pure awareness, which you can also tap into more and more. Still from your own nodal point of I am, because you can't really escape that, because all that is has created you to be an individuated point of existence. But ultimately so, you are all that is, and you are the all that is awareness as well. And you are infinity as well. So this is such an exciting journey and such an exciting concept that you can tap into the very, very highest, most absolute states and stages of existence itself. And you can also enjoy fully your crystallized human experience, knowing where it comes from, knowing that it has purpose, knowing that it has value, knowing that it has importance, knowing that this moment is here, this moment between you and I right here is auspicious. It's meant to be here. It's perfect. It's excellent. It's desired. All the way down from infinity, all the way down from the ultimate free agent. This is one of the ways in which infinity can get to know and interact with itself. It's absolutely brilliant. And so nothing should be dismissed as not being relevant, as not being part of creation. You have your preferences, and that is definitely part of the empowerment practice, is to get to know who you are on a resonance level. But you are meant to experience all these expressions of infinity, including the ringtone. You are meant to express yourself as all these different forms and experience purpose in your life. So this teaching, the empowerment teaching, is all about just sort of referencing the background, meaning referencing the absolute states, but without necessarily getting lost in the absolute state and just becoming a meditative monk. This teaching, empowerment, is all about just knowing what's behind you, knowing where you come from, so that you can understand and appreciate what is right in front of you, so that you can empower yourself with what's right in front of you, so that you can understand from a proper perspective what's right in front of you, but then actually start acting and creating as free agent, as the free agent is meant to create, from a state of total clarity as to who it is and what it's here to do. And what you are here to do, my friend, is to express infinity in your own absolute way, in your own infinite way, in your own brilliantly unique way. The one wants to experience itself through infinite ways, and you, my friend, are one of these ways. That's how crucial this is. Without you, the all that isness expression of infinity would not be as infinite as it could be. It would not be complete. It needs to express itself in the way that your life unfolds itself and that you create your life. And you have absolute free will on all levels of your consciousness. And so, become the creator that you are. Remember who you are. Remember where you came from, and remember that your life has purpose. Feel empowered in that way. I thank you and hope you enjoy your day, knowing that you are the infinite one in form, in expressionate form.